Hello student of class 8, once again I am Sudhir and welcome back to my video. And in this video we are going to start a new chapter number 15, that is introduction of the graph. So in today's topic I am going to tell about the bar graph, pie chart, histogram, line, graph, coordinates, and relations of the variables. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points are there for today's topic. So first point is the bar graph. So we already aware of the bar graph. So what is the bar graph, isn't it? So the bar graph is the graph that used to be represent the information by the rectangular boxes, isn't it? So first of all, we know that there are two lines on the graph. This is called the y-axis and another is called x-axis. Y-axis and x-axis. Okay. So two lines are there. One is vertical, one is horizontal, and vertical is called y-axis and horizontal one is called x-axis. So here, my dear student, points are here on the axis. So what type of points on which axis and what type of points are there on x-axis? Then we will tell by the nature of the questions or according to the questions. And in the questions, two type of information you will get it. So that these two information are going to be presented by the y-axis, or one is to be represented by the x-axis. If one is by y-axis, another will be represented by the x-axis. In this way, we are going to represent the informations by the graph. And the graph are having two lines. One is called y-axis and another is called x-axis. So which type of informations of the questions? For example, in the question there will be two informations. One information is called the tangible and another is called original information, or we say original value. Clear? For example, if you find any information that the values are fixed value, like the name of the person and the days, name of the days, or the name of the months of the years or years, these are all the fixed value which is not able to change, which cannot change, isn't it? Such values are called original values or the original values. So this kind of original values will represent on the x-axis. So x-axis will represent those information which is not able to change the value. For example, class 3 is a class 3 itself, so we cannot change the class, isn't it? So class 4 is a class 4, like that. Class 1, 2, 3, 4 will represent on the x-axis such kind of information for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or January, February, March 2001, 2002, 2003. Such informations are fixed information. They are called the original value. So original values are represented on the x-axis, and some other values are there, like the number of students in the class. This year, some numbers will be there. Another year in the same class, that number of students will change. Number of students, okay, number of students or the number of population. You can say that the quantities or the quality. This kind of values are changeable values. So such kind of value which is not having fixed, that will be represented by the y-axis. For example, class 1, 2, 3, number of students here. Okay, days, and then we can say that sales of the things here. Sales of the things means today we sell some amount, tomorrow will be another amount, isn't it? This kind of sales of things are not fixed, so that will be represented on the y-axis. And but the day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, such kind of value will be represented on the x-axis, which is not able to change. Okay, that point you keep in your mind. And now the bar graph. So bar graphs, what happens? The bar graph information will be represented by a rectangular box like this. Okay, yes, standing from the x-axis to y-axis. Okay, so bar graph like this. Okay, this is called the bar graph. You know already. So bars, rectangular boxes are there that represent the information here, isn't it? Yes. This is called the bar graph here. Then in the bar graph, you will find that two types of bar graph. One is called just simply a bar graph. If you find that double bar graph, double bar graph, then double bar graph. This double bar graph you see here. For example, I'll just draw another bar graphs, okay, then you will know what is double bar graph. So here you see, this is the bar graph, okay. So let us say this is 50 here, this is 40 here, this is 30 here, 20 here, 10 here, this will be 0. Isn't it? Yes. Let us say this is the max. Okay. And here this bar graph is for science. Only these two ones. Maths, for maths 50, and for science you are getting here up to let us say 80 marks. Okay, so this is 80. So the bar represents that in science the student is getting 80 marks and maths the student is getting 50 marks. Normally the maths is low, isn't it? In all the exams. So you think that this information is telling you about the marks of the maths and the science. So marks of the maths is 50 and the marks of the science is 80 here. Okay. So this is for the half yearly. In the final, for example, you get this in the final you have increased the mark up to 85. For example, the maths. Okay. And science will come down here to some other 40 days. So these two bar which is not having any gap, okay, you can see here, yes, these bars. These two bars represent the marks of the maths in half yearly and final. For example, this is for half year. If you see SA1 marks, and this is SA2 marks. SA2 marks. Okay, for maths. Here also SA1 marks, and this is SA2 marks, for example, like this. So this is called double bar graph. Okay, clear? Means in one particular, this, for example, you say information. Other two type of related informations are given here. For example, marks of SA1 and SA2 for maths, marks of SA1 and SA2 of science, like this. In this situation or in this case, we draw the double bar. Okay, clear? Yes. Now we finish here what is bar graph. Now next point is pie chart. Charts. You know, another graph is here. The graph is represented by a circle. So this is called a circle graph also, or it is called pie chart. So you know the pie chart. Pie chart is to represent information by the part of the circle. Okay, part of the whole. This is the whole part, and part of the whole will represent the informations, and this is called pie chart. Okay. Why it is called pie chart? Because part of the whole is representing the information. Therefore, it is called pie chart. And but what happened? The information in this pie chart is represented by the part of the whole. This is the circle. Complete circle is called the whole part of some information, okay, or something there that will represent the information. Okay, but we know that what is the complete degree of a circle? That is 360. So 360 degree. You must not forget that this is 360 degree is very important to compare the given information, to compare the related information. Okay, that will represent by the given parts. For example, let us say that some students like apple. Okay, some students like apples. How many students? We don't know. Let us say that 40% of the students in a class. Okay, 40% of the students in a class like apples, and let us say that bananas. 30% of students like the bananas, and then let us say only 10%. Okay, 10% of the students like the bananas, and let us say that milkshake. So 50% of the students like milkshake. So this is going to represent by the pie chart. How will do? So first of all, let us take this middle set. This is 50%. You know 50% is half of this whole. So this 50%. This is 50% and it is the student who like middle set, isn't it? Middle set. Okay, clear. Then 40%. 40% will be this part and it is the student who like the apples. And this is 10% and the student who like bananas. For example. So like this we represent the given information by the circle and it's called circle graph or it's called a pie chart because the part of the circle will represent the information. That is the number of students, how much student like apple, how much student like bananas, how much student like the milk. That's clear. And how to find out the central angle, central angle that you already aware of it in the before these classes or before chapter. Isn't it? Some chapters are there previously. So in that chapter, how to take the central angle that we have already gone through, isn't it? Yes, that is in your yeah, yes, yeah, yeah. So some more chapter is there. I forgot this chapter name. Okay, there is in data handling chapter number 5. So there we have already discussed about how to find the central angle of the circle, isn't it? So that we can represent the given information that we have. So this is called a pie chart. Now next topic is histogram. What is histogram here? It is try to understand what is histogram here. Now pie chart finished. Now histogram. So what is histogram? So histogram is also just like that we have the bar graph, but here the little difference between the bar graph and histogram is that like this you have it okay. So histogram will represent the information which is given in different with different intervals. We say intervals. For example, age of the students in the class. For example, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, like this. This is called intervals. This is called intervals. So if you find that the given informations are given in this way, this as intervals of some periods, then this is called period and they are called intervals. Okay, intervals of period, then we are using this histogram. How? You see here, for this we are going to represent. Okay, then let us say that 10, 20. So like this. So this is the intervals. Okay, the age of the people, isn't it? 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50 to 60. So we'll take up to 60 here and start from 10, isn't it? And let this be the number of students in the class. Number of students in the class. Okay, number of students. Number of students in the class. Okay, number of students in the class. Yes. So number of students, this is the ages. Age, okay, age of the student. So we start from this 10. So let us say that 10 to 20 is 10 number of students. Okay, and 20 to 30, let us say is, this is not 25, it's 15. Okay, 15 students are there, like this. And let us say that 30 to 40 are 20 students. Okay, and let us say number of people, okay, not student people. So people in the village or people in the town, okay, let us say not students, students will be 50, 60. Number of people in the village, in the town, okay, clear. So 30 to 40 and 40 to 50, let us say that is about somewhere 27 or 20, sorry, 18 or 20, and then 50 to 60, let us say only 5 are there, for example. Or becoming all in time, isn't it? Because of the this disease or something. Yes. So here you can see, since the intervals start from the 10, so some values are there. So they will be represented by this zigzag. So this zigzag line is telling you that 1 to 10 or 1 to 10, 1 to 9, the value 1 to 9 is not shown here. Okay, because it starts from the 10, that's why. Clear? Then here histogram, you can see that the bar has no any gaps in between. In the bar graph, gaps are there, isn't it? But here you find no gaps are in between, and it is given information in terms of intervals, like 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50 like this. And also they are called the classes. Isn't it? They are called the classes, and you can see that this 10 is called the lower limit class, and this is upper limit class. So the lower limit class, upper limit class, you can see that this 20 is upper limit class of this, isn't it? This class here, this interval here. Next interval you see here, this upper limit class of the previous one is becoming the lower limit class of the intervals, isn't it? And this 20 will not be counted here. 20 will be counted in the next. Then you have to understand. Okay. Then we have discussed already in the time handling, isn't it? Now this is called histogram. A histogram is that the bars are not having any gaps. Okay, clear? And it is given in the the information is given in the interval S intervals. Okay, 10 to 20 to 30 minutes. And if it start from 0, for example, 0 to 5 minutes, for example, then you have to start doing the bar from this 0 of the x. Okay, this bar will start from this line. Okay, clear? Like this. If 0 to 5 means from here, like this, it will start. Okay, for example. So this is histogram, and next point is line graph. So what is line graph? Let us see. Now next is line graph. Line graph. See, we know that the graph is having two axes, x-axis and y-axis. So the point where they meet is always 0, and this is the origin, or it is called a starting point. Okay, starting point or origins. Understand? So line graph, you will find that sometime. See, points or value on x-axis and y-axis. So any value which is represented from here, it will come up to this point. For this to here, this point, this to here, this point. See, to start from this joint points like this, here and here. And you can see a graph. This is a graph here. In this graph, you can find here lines are there, but these lines are having peak and valley. Okay, peak and valley. I think there are another one also here and one up to here. This is point here. It comes down like this. Okay. You can see that the graph, this line graph and this line graph, you can see peak is there, valley is there, peak is there, valley is there. In this kind of line graph, okay, then this is called a line graph, okay, and some more again, and this also may be there, okay, with another this what to say color or another type of line. Such type of graph you can find when a company is having this a big profit or profit is coming down like this. Okay, to elaborate or to study the profit of the company or the sales of the company in this type of information, you will find that they are represented by this type of graph, and this type of graph is called line graph. Clear? But the line graph is having two types. One is called simply this is line graph, and another is called linear graph. Linear graph. Okay. So linear. What is linear graph? One is line graph, one is linear graph. So what is linear graph? A linear graph will be like this. Apart from this type of this nature of line, another line like this. For example, the graph is straight like this. Okay, this one. Or another graph like this. It creates like this. Like this is not, you cannot draw the line here. Like this. This is x, this is y. So like this straight in one direction only one line. Okay, no peak, no value, just straight line. So this straight line graph is called linear graph. Okay, and where there is peak and the value is called line graph, and this is called linear graph. Linear graph could be like this or maybe sometime like this also. This is the graph, so it may be force like this also. Okay, this is called the linear graph. So we have come about the linear graphs, and now next is coordinates. So what is the coordinates? Very important part of this chapter is coordinates. So coordinate, you have to remember very well and you have to know about this coordinate. Okay. The coordinates. What is the coordinate? Coordinates. Okay. So I'll draw the line like this, and this is y-axis, this is x-axis, you know that, isn't it? Yes. So this is the origin. Now let's say this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same marking here also. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right. So now you see, my dear student, the coordinate means, okay, so when you draw the graph, so there will be a point in the graphs. So what is the value of this x here? The x is equal to 2. Now, what about the y? The y is equal to 1. Okay, and then they form a graph here. So you draw it. Now again, this point. Okay, so here x is 3 and y is now 2. So then you can draw like this. You can see the point. A point here, another point here. So here what happened? X value is 2 and here y value is 1. So this is the point here is 2 and 1. Okay, this is x value. X value is 2, here is 3. X value is 3 and y value is 2. So the point here will represent this coordinate. Coordinate means the value of x and the value of y is coordinate. Okay, clear? Again, let us look at another point. So where the point will fall. For example, coordinate is given like this: 3, 1. Like this. Okay, means x value is 3. Where is 3 here? And the y value is 1. 3 and 1 here. That means this will be here. Like this. Okay, so in this time the graph will be bent like this. Right. Then again another coordinate, for example, 4 and 2. Means x is 4 and y is 2. So x4 here, isn't it? X4 here. So we'll take 2. 2 is here. Then x4. So it will come up to here. So this will be representing 4, 4 and 2. X value 4 and y value 2. Then the graph will be value like this. Okay. So this may not be right. For example, we continue the graph. Okay. So this, the value of x and the value of y, these are called the coordinates. Okay, clear? Coordinates. This is called coordinates. Coordinates means the value of x and value of y. So always will be given in the form of table like this. This is x, this is y. So whatever the value come here is a y value, and down here is the sorry, above is the x value and down is the y value. And that two numbers will go as the coordinates. Coordinate means the partners. Number here and this one. X value, Y value. Okay. So this 2, 1 will be here, and this 3 and 2 will be here, this 4 and 2. Like this they will keep here. Okay. So a coordinate can be also like this 0 and 0. Where is this in B? The point B. X also 0, Y also 0. Okay, yes. Now, one coordinate is given like 0 and 1. So, where this coordinate will form? Where this points of the coordinates, okay, where this coordinate will be lying on the x-axis or y-axis? That is one very beautiful question. So, let us see where this line here, this point, okay. Now, x is 0. X0 will be here and y1 is here. So, this is the point of this coordinate 0, 1. Okay, and another coordinate, for example, 5 and 0. Here in this coordinate 5 and 0, where it can be lying? On the x-axis or y-axis? Let us see. 5 is x. Here is the 5 for x, isn't it? And y0 here, isn't it? That means this point here is the coordinate of 5 and 0. That means this coordinate falls on the x-axis. This falls on the y-axis. This falls on the x-axis. Now you see here the value here is 1 for y. So in the y, on the y-axis. The value here is for the x-axis. Another one is 0. And 0 means that none, we can just think it, isn't it? So where the coordinate will fall will depend on the number, not on 0, the number. The number is 5 here, it is of x, so this coordinate will be on x-axis. Here the number is for y, the other is 0. So that number for which the axis is there, or for which y, isn't it? Then this coordinate will be lying on the y. That logic we have to get. Okay, so this is called the coordinates. Okay, coordinates. These are called coordinates. So if you have confused Z, and if you have confusion and if you have some doubt on this coordinate, you can just ask. Okay, this coordinate. Now let's go to the next. Relation of the variables. Relation of the variables. Now different formations is going to be division on x-axis and y-axis as a graph, isn't it? So there were some of the informations are called, some of the information or some of the values are called independent value, and some are called dependent value. For example, which is dependent, which is independent, let's see. For example, interest. You know what is interest? Interest is the extra money that you used to add on the money you borrow from your friend. For example, you borrow 1,000 from your friend and you have to give 5% of interest every month or every year. Okay, clear? So 5% interest of the principal money. This is called principal money. This is called the rate of interest. Okay. So that interest, how much interest will be? Let's say that 5% of this, 5% of 1,000. How much will be? Just think about it. 50. Yeah, 50. Rupees 50 is the interest. So rupees 50 is the interest. So what happens? Rupees 50 is interest. So if you borrow 10,000 for that 5% interest, you are going to give back. This is the principal. You are going to give the interest as 50, isn't it? Yes. If it is 2,000, then it is 100. If it is 3,000, then 1000, or sorry, 150 rupees. The interest going on. Isn't it? So this is this value here is called independent value, and the value here is called dependent value. Means this value will be dependent how much the principal is. The interest depend on how much the principal is, isn't it? So this the value of interest is dependent value. Okay, and the value of the principal is called independent value. Means how much as you wish that you can take as the loan, isn't it? One for 1000 or for 2000. But according to this, it fixed the value of interest. So the value of interest is called dependent value, and the value of this principal is called independent. Right? Yes. Now again, to know about dependent value and independent value, there is a speed of a car. Speed of a car. Not speed. Okay. There is another example that is distance of a car, or distance covered by a car. Distance covered by car. See, distance covered by the car is depend on what? Depend on the speed and the time. Isn't it? Yes. Speed. For example, speed 20 kilometer per 1 hour. Okay. Then we will take 20 kilometer per hour. Okay. If the car travel for another 5 hours, okay, in 5 hours it will cover up to 1000 kilometer. Isn't it? Yes. In the same speed, okay, if you increase the speed, if you increase the speed as 40 kilometer per hour, then in another in another 5 minutes, or sorry, in the 5 hours, okay, in another 5 hours, then 5 hours then 2000 kilometer of distance will be traveling in 5 hours. Let's say in 5 hours we are 25 hours distance covered by the car. So whatever the distance covered in the given time will be depend on the speed of the car. How much the speed of the car increases. If the car go faster than in a particular time, more distance will be covered. If the car speed is reduced, then the distance will be less in the given time, isn't it? Yes or no? Given time is 5 hours. So this kind of information is called, or this kind of value is called dependent value or independent value. So which is dependent value? The distance covered in 5 hours is dependent on the speed value of the car. So this the value here, the speed of the car, the value that given the speed of the car is independent, and the value of the distance covered by the car is dependent value. Okay, clear? So that is what we are going to study today, and here we come to the end of today's session. And my dear student, next we'll meet with the exercise. So for today, here we finish, and then we'll meet again in the next video. Till then, have a nice day all of you, and take care. Bye bye. Thank you once again for watching this video.